Hey, you saw in this video, are you buying or am I buying silver at 100-to-1 ratio? Just going to be going over my thoughts and opinions on whether I'm taking advantage of the gold to silver ratio at 100 ounces to 1. Time of releasing this video, I believe it's dipped back down a little to around 98 ounces, I believe. Before we get into this, I'd like to say if you haven't done so already, you like what you hear/see, please do go ahead and subscribe. So looking at the current silver to gold ratio or gold to silver ratio, let me know if you're taking advantage of it and what you think about it. For me, I've mentioned before in the past that I don't think I've ever purchased off of the gold silver ratio. There may have been a time I may have acknowledged it, but not like, oh, it's a fantastic opportunity, let me jump in on this when the ratio lowers. I'll be able to take advantage of that. It could be 500-to-1 right now. I'm focusing on what I'm focusing on, and that's just getting my stack more balanced and what I believe is doing better at the time. I've always said in the past that I don't think, because I've got a lot of fractionals here, when it does lower, you're going to see it being such a smooth transaction. It was interesting really because I was speaking with a buyer that helped me purchase a few coins in the past, and I asked his opinion on what he thought when that day comes, should it lower a lot more and people decide to start checking in. And I've always thought dealers are going to have, dealers weren't born yesterday. Dealers know, I think most dealers that sell silver know something about silver, or they don't see it in such a positive light in that, it's definitely the one to have, favor silver over gold, but every deal is different. This me thinking off the top of my head. If you're selling the stuff and it's something that you make your bread and butter off, there's no reason why you're going to down it, especially when you've got somebody coming in that's going to want to buy it off of you. But I think at the back of their mind, once again, just my own personal thoughts and opinions here, majority of dealers just think, this is stuff that they make fantastic spread off. I think dealers, mints, make the best, and this is just handling it and going over it over the long period of time. You, the end user, are the one that's going to be waiting and waiting and waiting for that day to come. So that's just the way I view it. So, it was interesting because it was mentioned that, on the next run up, should we see a massive spike in silver, whatever that may be, the only way dealers are going to be giving pundits or people, whoever bring their silver in, the prices that are shown, i.e. spot price, is if, they've got a queue outside of people that want to buy silver, specifically silver. It's no secret that should a dealer have to put the stuff on their shelves and it's not flying out, they're not going to be taking that risk. Every dealer that sells the stuff knows what generic goes for, knows what you paid for your eagle, depending on the year that you bring them in. So it's not going to be something where they're going to take all your silver at this highly inflated. It's no different than them purchasing from the mints now. I don't know what their spread is, but if they buy something from the mint, they're getting at the current inflated prices. So should spot price take a massive tanking, depending on how they purchase it, whether it's on their shelves, they could be selling at a loss. So, if a lot of dealers purchased with a low spot price and they're making profits right now when it's jumping up. But if you're filling the shelves up right now, you're paying current prices, and that's just the way it is. So I highly doubt when a big rush comes towards, converting or selling, you're going to have many dealers sitting there just, paying $50 plus and waiting for the buyers to come in. And that may be obvious, but a lot of people may not understand that. So unless your dealer, your LCS, has a queue of people going around the block that want to pick up a monster box of silver or buy anything or any form of silver, they just want silver however it comes, then they may be paying you that. If they don't see that and silver spot price is high, I believe there's no way in hell that they're going to be paying whatever the high spot price is. The same could more than likely apply to gold, but once again, we may see not so much a high in gold, or gold may just hold because that's where big money believes, their faith lays. We've all seen how crazy people can be with the current coronavirus out there at the moment. Doctors have said, and medicals and, the boys in charge have mentioned that only the elderly are really ticking over, but a lot of people are still stocking up and taking whatever measures and going on. And I understand everybody needs to take it serious, but some would say overreacting, some would say underreacting. But with all the information that's out there, it seems a lot of people don't seem to be paying a lot of attention to the information that's out there and doing their own thing. So who knows? They may be more hesitant. Not saying that they'll give whatever the spot price is for gold straight away, but you have to remember, with a lot of people that have purchased gold, they're not looking to do this handover or this changeover or this conversion when the time comes, and now you see me, now you don't. I gotcha. They're more than willing to hold. They're long-term holders without the game plan of the exit game plan of converting into the sunshiny metal here. I think you could easily be looking at something like 3 months, or even the spot price holding. So a lot of people, and not to forget all of the people that purchased in the highs that are still hold, or if they have still held, that want to come back in and just break even. I highly doubt that they'll be wanting to see it go even higher past the previous high. It touches that high again, they'll be dumping immediately if they can take out however much they got. So you're going to have a lot of burnt people and then a lot of wiser dealers really waiting to see the masses come in. Now, of course, you can make some money on the way up. You'll be able to take advantage of it. But, if it looks like it's going to really start rallying and hitting some new highs, I know for a fact, I'd call it that dealers would start pumping the brakes and saying, let's see where the chips fall before we start paying out. And that time could really go on and on. You may see it hit new highs, but no one's paying those high prices, and there's nothing you can do from there. So this is why I'm not, acting upon the ratio. I've never really purchased with the ratio in mind. As mentioned, it could be 500 to 1 ounces right now. Yes. Would I be changing gold for silver? No chance. No way. Would I be changing silver for gold? If I had the right amount of pieces and I could get the right prices. Right now, for me, staying put, as mentioned, even for the year 2020 so far, 3 months in at the time of releasing this video, I've only done one purchase, and that was for some high premium stuff. Still waiting for it to come in, but where there's a good flipping opportunity there. Prices are not the most favorable to my liking at the moment, so I'm more than willing to sit down and wait. I personally would have thought we would have seen a lot more action in gold, even in Bitcoin, with what's going on with the markets, but money seems to be going somewhere, even under mattresses or bonds, something shocking. Still want the dip to come, which is inevitable. Something's going to happen. Something's going to give. It's a seesaw. One's up and one's down, and one's down and one's up. There's no way. It looks like we're level across the board right now. Everything I have money invested in seems to just be, lingering at the moment. And I'm not in too many markets. So looking at the virtual and the physical, you would have thought the stock market taking a beating would be seeing all-time highs still currently. So going to be very interesting to see what continues to happen. Got this sheet here, it's looking rather dusty, but I'm still here picking up this silver right now. I think it's pretty decent. It hasn't done no massive swings in terms of prices to put anybody off. With the collector coins that I have, they're still doing well, trading in the background. I was asked why I was doing that. That's just another way for me to liquidate more. So for instance, breaking down the current trading regime I'm doing, instead of, for instance, taking in this 2-ounce dragon to a dealer who could technically offer me just spot price for them, and I'd have to accept that. I could have this coin here, or take this Dragon Phoenix, whatever one I've got in the background, some of the 2-ounce kooks and the likes of, and do a trade for standard bullion. This is why I've said Canadian Maples, Britannias, or American Silver Equals. So depending on the coin, equivalents of 4 or 3 of those for these. And that way there, it helps me, it's easier. So we both gain. You get a somewhat in-demand collector coin that shouldn't tank, so I appreciate it. And so it's a like for like, really. And then I get governmented bullion, whereas if I'm going to take it down to the coin store to convert, I know getting spot price or just below is business as usual, whereas taking a collector coin could be a little more troublesome if I'm not shipping them out in bulk, which I'm not really too comfortable doing at the moment because the logistics, and then you need to take into account the prices that you're paying just for insurance. I mean, just to ship to Europe from the UK, if you're shipping anywhere near a monster box, for instance, give you an example of insurance, you could be looking at paying £500 sterling, £600 insurance. I've done it in the past, but with the aid of a lot of the dealers supplying the shipping. A lot of dealers nowadays are just dragging their feet, so that's also another red flags for me, On some very desirable coins, even coins I purchased from the dealer, their quoting prices, when I'm pulling them up on it, you know, they're starting to pull back. So these are all red flags for me. But I always tend to go by the feel, you know, by my own feels. So this is also why I'm always acting in the background. But this is why I'm doing these types of trades with a lot of the collector coins. I think we all gain. So, you know, someone may have a bunch of Eagles that they purchased at spot price at some point in time and think, you know, hey, I want one of those Dragon Phoenix era coins. They're going for around $70 to $80 now. So I'm doing the same conversion, give or take 6 American Silver Eagles or 7 American Silver Eagles, and we do a straight swap. That way I can just trade that, so it saves me sending out the big coins and doing the big shipments. But that's just the logic behind another one of my trades that I'm doing in the background. I've put out there before, you know, get in contact if there's any silver pieces you've seen that you're interested in. But that's what I'm doing trade wise at the moment now, just trading more, increasing my stack via that way there. So a lot of the collector coins that I've got, I've been doing a lot of trades in the background on Instagram with standard bullion coins, Maples and Britannia's. Been a lot of Britannias so far, but then from there I can do whatever I want to do with them. If I want to cash those in and then maybe look at purchasing some gold that way there, or just balance out my stack a lot more. I think moving forward, even for this year, I'm going to streamline the stack a lot more and get more of the gov minted on both ends. So even for the standard gold, I know a lot of my gov minted coins or non-high premium coins are technically high premium just because of the way they was purchased. They just happen to be those lucky picks in the end. But we'll see how that one goes. But as of now, regardless of what the ratio is, it's never going to be something I'm paying attention to. It's always going to work in favor for somebody that's more pro silver anyway. You know, so if you're looking to do that conversion or that swap there, when the time comes, if I'm more heavily involved in gold, then I'm not going to really worry about trying to get down and get involved in the rat rush or the rat race. I'll be comfortable with my position and be comfortable with whatever I'm holding in silver. But I'd love to know what you're doing currently right now. You taking advantage of this big dip? Are you trading silver for gold? Or, you know, are you trading gold for silver even? That's blasphemy to some. Let me know how you're looking and viewing this, or where do you think the big money's going? What's next to blow? I believed it was going to be Bitcoin. I thought it was going to be seeing a lot of action there. I still do think we're going to be seeing a lot of action there. You know, there's not a lot going on in the stock markets as rates are getting chopped away. But let me know your game plan currently and what you think about what's going on down below in the markets. So I'm going to wrap this one up, guys. So hate or love it, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Please do go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll catch you guys on the rebound.